What is a completely random fact that doesn't sound true but actually is? The coast of France has had Garfield phones washing ashore since the 1980s. Like, actual phones in the shape of Garfield the cat. What? Why? From what I remember, a cargo container holding hundreds of these fell off a cargo ship. But someone may have to correct me on that. As if they are still washing up. That's incredible. It's both incredibly fun and incredibly sad because it just goes to show how long stuff floats around in the ocean after we put it there. The Germans have a word, Drachenfutter, for which they're no English counterpart. Literally, it's feeding the dragon. But the meaning is to offer a gift of appeasement to a spouse who's mad at you. Correction. In English it means I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. New York's Central Park is larger than the country of Monaco. I had to fact check that because it just didn't seem possible. And yet it is. Central Park, 32 square meters, is almost twice as large as Monaco. 78 square meters. That's bananas. So Monaco is just like 5 houses and a general store or something. 4 hotels, a couple of restaurants and a built-in racetrack around the streets as well. Bears can run faster than horses. So you're saying we should switch to bear power as a unit of measurement? You'd need to measure the rate at which bears could do work for that, not how fast they can run. So you're saying it's possible then? In older times, the slang slut was used for the women who couldn't keep a clean bedroom. Could technically be used the same way today. Bees vomit the nectar in each other's mouth multiple times until it becomes honey. Honey equals bee vomit. Got it. Lovely jubbly. It's like if you vomited and your friend eat it and vomited again and then another friend eat it and vomited and so on. Tried this. Still no honey. Need more friends. This isn't that unbelievable, but it's a random and really cute fact that this post made me think of. An experiment was conducted with 2 mice, separated by a wall with a door. The door could only be opened by mouse A. The experimenters, or whatever you call them, started filling up mouse B's room with water. Mouse B started squeaking in distress, and mouse A heard and opened the door to save mouse B. It's not that groundbreaking, but I thought it was adorable when I heard about it. I haven't heard about this with mice, but there's evidence out there for rats showing empathy too. They'll put one rat in a tiny box, not to the point of being painful, but to make it uncomfortable and greatly restricted. And there will be a way to open the box from the outside. Then they'll put another rat in the testing area, even without any conditioning or hope for any kind of reward. The second rat will try to figure out how to free the rat stuck in the box. Evolution is crazy. I'm not sure if that's empathy, but if the noises the rodents made in distress made the others distressed too, and they tried to create a solution to stop it. Iran arrested 14 squirrels for spying in 2007. Those guys are nuts. Take my upvote and get out of here. In Japan, eating KFC is a Christmas tradition that was started by a huge marketing campaign in 1974. Zombies exist. They are very real. It's just that humans can't turn into zombies as far as we know. But ants, spiders, and other bugs have been known to get infected by certain types of fungi that mind controls them. They basically kill them and just make their bodies move around to spread the fungus further. This is what inspired the zombies from The Last of Us to be created. The creature is not dead in those scenarios, simply dying. So it's more like a rabies than zombies. And we can all get rabies. Rabies is horrifying. We've all kicked a pregnant lady. Took me a while to get this. In 1793, the new United States needed a common measure system. So T. Jefferson wrote to France, and they sent some continental measurements to establish new system in the states. Unfortunately, a big storm forced the ship way south, and it was intercepted by British pirates. And that is a reason why the USA has imperial and not metric units. Wait, really? You can fit all of the planets side by side between Earth and the moon. I don't think I can. Yeah, maybe you couldn't. But I saw Mark do it the other day. That F show off. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. US Navy trains dolphins. seals, and walruses for military use. Russia has trained seals too. I've heard of these Navy seals. Carrots used to be purple. A Dutch farmer grew an orange carrot, and because he was a supporter of the House of Orange he kept growing them. By population, the third biggest country in the world is still the third biggest country, even if it had 1 billion more people. What? The US is the third largest country by population. But the gap is so big between it and the second largest, India, that even if the US had 1 billion more people, it would still be in third place. Australia exports sand and camels to the Middle East. This hurts my brain. Its cause ours are better. See. The Tyrannosaurus Rex lived closer in time to the moon landing than it did to the Stegosaurus. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Sharks are older than trees. The first tree evolved somewhere around 322-280 million years ago. The first shark around 400 million years ago. I misread Shark as Shrek, so now I have a Shrek fact. Shrek and Han Solo have the same outfit. R/Tahi. The closest US state to the continent of Africa, geographically, is Maine. That's not shocking. Really, I've never measured. But doesn't that just make sense anyway? If you have a penetrating trauma to one eye, the other one can develop an inflammatory reaction months or years after. It's called sympathetic ophthalmia. Interesting. I had an accident 10 years ago where glass shards entered my right eye, and they had to tack my detached retina and remove my lens. I developed glaucoma, but strangely enough, when they check the pressure it is worse in my left eye, which didn't get any glass in it during the accident. The doctors have always been perplexed, and I have been asked many times whether my left eye experienced trauma. Now I will have to read more on this and tell them at my next appointment. There are so many different varieties of apples that you could eat a different one every day for 20 years and still not have eaten every kind. That's because apples are not true to seed. Every pristine apple tree is a different variety. Commercial apples trees are grafted, limbs transplanted from one tree to another. The apples you buy in stores are all clones. The entire state of Wyoming only has 2 escalators. Have seen this on 2 posts today. WTF. Pizza Hut in China is considered to be a nice restaurant with a top-notch salad bar and seafood. If you haven't heard about their salad bar, look up salad bar stacking in China Pizza Hut. The London Underground mosquito is a distinct species of mosquito, endemic to subway systems. The only reason people fall over when being shot is because they were taught to do so by movies and TV. In fact, most people won't even know they've been shot until they see it. This obviously doesn't apply to a shot to the brain or spine. Is this because of shock/adrenaline? Because most bullets aren't huge and don't have enough force to knock you down, and they usually blow right through you. There is hardly any transfer of energy from the bullet itself to the person getting shot. Impact scales linearly with respect to an increase in weight, but exponentially with respect to speed. For example, let's say you were to crash your car. Doubling the weight of the vehicle while leaving its speed the same would only double the force of its impact, whereas doubling its speed would quadruple its impact. Likewise, tripling its weight alone would only triple the force of its impact, whereas tripling its speed alone would multiply impact by 9 times, and quadrupling either weight or speed would multiply impact by factors of 4 and 16, respectively, etc. Speed kills. There is not a single bridge across the Amazon River. It is more than 300 miles long. The only bridge is the Rio Negro Bridge, which opened in 2010. It connects the banks of the Rio Negro River, which is the tributary of the Amazon. Doesn't it basically go through where nobody lives? I know people really don't live near the interior. Contradicting my own thought. I've always thought of it as a waterway with heavy traffic lol. Chocolate means it isn't chocolate. Wait a damn minute. Yeah, it's the same as saying chocolate flavored. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the building of the first Pizza Hut restaurant than she did to the building of the Great Pyramids. And now you can see the Great Pyramids from a Pizza Hut. It's the circle of life. And it moves us all. The moon smells of geraniums. From the other comment, sounds like the moon is not something you want to smell. Hamsters have 4 times faster stride than horses and can run 10 kilometers in one night. If you blur your eyes, you keep them open longer. It helps for starting contests. I don't start contests, I finish them. You are probably allergic to moon dust. Isn't that because moon dust is sharp and pointy? Thanks to little erosion, and breathing it in will physically shred your lungs. Yeah, a lunar version of silicosis. There are 2 ways to arrange 2 playing cards. There are 6 ways to arrange 3 playing cards. But there are more ways to arrange 20 playing cards than there have been seconds since the Big Bang theoretically took place. Saw this on a Snapple cap the past 2 weeks. A single human could swim through the veins of a blue whale. Might have to try this while I'm not in a relationship.